expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown Atlanta. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from Atlanta.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
To the air, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Penix working out of the gun here.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
They're looking to throw, Penix.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Ray McLeod from 13 yards out.
And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Man who played collegiately nearby in Athens for the Bulldogs, James Cook.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Allen now looks to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. In motion goes the tight end. To throw, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Now Penix. Got a man, it's London.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Robinson. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
2nd and 6. And looking to throw, Penix.
Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Here's Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney.
46 yards.
And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Coleman, the man in motion left. Now Allen. It's caught by Coleman.
Six yards left on second down.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Give to Cook out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
This now a 3rd and 4. Motion man is Shakir.
From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
To the air, Allen. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Allen. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills are back within a score.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Will be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Penix.
He's got the hook up to McLeod.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Robinson up the middle.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll throw with Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now a 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Penix. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
Throwing now is Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit. He tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Finding Knox there, complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
He's able to get it to Coleman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Touchdown, Bills!
Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Allen going to throw. That is into the hands of Coleman downfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now Allen. Completes it to Coleman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. To throw, it's Allen.
Quick slant to Shakir.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Now Allen again. Coleman has it here right side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They try again with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on second and goal. Here's Allen. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Keon Coleman.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Penix working out of the gun here.
Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Now Penix.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal.
From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They're looking to throw Penix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And looking to throw, Penix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
To the air, Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through them right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Option play, here's Cook.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They run it again with Cook. And some space here.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Khalil Shakir
28 yards.
And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the give, here's Robinson.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
This defense, tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Allen.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hughes, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 9. A give to Robinson on the option.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 20. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here's Penix. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On play action, Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Coleman, the man in motion right. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And again, it's Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Coleman, the man in motion left. Allen going to throw.
Has his man, it's Shakir. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
To throw, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Allen again.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 39. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Allen going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This is caught. Touchdown!
Keon Coleman
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
To the air, Penix. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Penix. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They're looking to throw. Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
They'll throw with Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And looking to throw, Penix. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Penix. That's complete to Mooney.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
To throw again is Penix. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Penix.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Drake London.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bills getting set to go.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake. Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Up the middle, it's Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Penix working out of the gun here. Got a man, it's London.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And a dump off here to Robinson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some.
And now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix.
Escaping the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Looking for London on the out route, complete.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. This is 4th down. On the bootleg, it's Penix.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third and 4. They'll run again.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little under a minute to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Penix.
And this will be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
So it's a win here for the Bills. And this one, Charles, just too much Josh Allen.
Yeah, that was a masterclass in quarterback play, wasn't it? 5 touchdown passes. You talk about the rapport he had with his receivers. It was like a conductor leading a symphony.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.